Alright, let's go over some of the major news heading into WrestleMania around the weekend. Of course, we know that, we have two nights. Most of the matches were awkwardly driven in for storyline purposes, just to scratch the card when you guys had several months to do so, yet we don't even know if people were even going to keep their jobs. Speaking about people that are about to couldn't keep their jobs, possibly Alexa Bliss would be leaving over issues with creative, and they know they're probably going to keep him with still the Gotham Lita bullshit character because of merch sales, and that's technically it. There's been already teases that she's willing to quit over just creative issues, backstage heat, the whole 9 yards, over just her storyline purposes. Because one of the more the only consistent headlining female in the women's roster, not part of Four Horsewomen, is Alexa Bliss because of her acting ability, her sex appeal, great at promos, and just completely a good heel and not bad in the ring. So you think a woman like that would be pretty profitable to put as herself, as people wanting her with the whole goddess character. She still has a primordial fan base. She's never dull on TV. And yet, they are just having this issue to even put her in a tag team, or at least put her in something, to at least garner her with a storyline after, like, several weeks with her little... She really needed a therapist for, like, several weeks, and it didn't transition anywhere. Except for still having the whole gothic Lolita bullshit, so it still correlates with the Fiend even though he's been released. So you think she would be free or finally getting out of that aspect, but she had a more aggressive or psychotic side? No, they don't do anything with that. Now, I hope she doesn't leave, because I like Alexa Bliss. I feel like she has a lot of potential. She looks good for TV, always shows a great caricature, really athletic. The only thing that wouldn't take her that much serious, that wouldn't like take a serious, I couldn't take serious, is her height. That would technically be it. You can't take anybody opposing that's like 5 foot. And there's been rumors of her like having issues backstage with Ronda Rousey, getting into fights backstage, getting major heat with Ronda Rousey. Just overall, just burning bridges with a lot of relationships backstage. One of the top draws in the women's division, and probably getting overshadowed. Even heading into Mania, I'm just confused why Alexa's not even there to at least distract or get into a storyline with anybody, and it hasn't been really foreshadowed for weeks. She hasn't even shown up on Raw in the last like month. We haven't seen her on pay-per-view since the Elimination Chamber, and they just completely ignored her ever since. So I don't know what's going on. I feel like this is a complete like waste of time for her. I don't want to say AEW, but I feel like she needs to talk to somebody backstage, get into some type of conversations with Vince, Pritchard, somebody that, has some forte to even talk to her about, anything she's having a problem with. That would technically be, in my opinion, because I feel like that's a waste of potential for Alexa Bliss, and they've really wasted her time over the past 2 years, ever since the whole Bray Wyatt storyline came out of fruition over his release, and he hasn't even been focusing on getting back in the ring. He's just been more accustomed to trying to get into an acting gig than, being a pro wrestler. So I don't know why not just resign him and end the storyline, or do something over with Alexa Bliss to at least get some of the newer mid-carders over, because Shotzi's doing nothing. Tegan Nox is released already, and there's barely that much of depth in the women's division, other than just pushing like 8 other jobbers in a 4-way tag team match for tag belts that nobody paid attention to, and only one of the 2 women's title matches for people to pay attention. Like, we need some type of drama, some type of storylines, and Alexa Bliss does this, because every time at least Alexa Bliss is on TV, for bad or good, she is actually a main figure of why I watch. Like, a Moment of Bliss, her trying to sexually harass her guests, or her stripping on Cam when she was in the locker room one time, or her going insane with the doll, like honestly nearly catching herself on fire with Randy Orton. Any part like Alexa Bliss is an attention grabber. It's shown that she has acting chops, and she just I feel like this is a waste of potential. And I hope this is fixed up. That's it for me. I hope you guys agree or disagree. Thanks for watching the DST show, and I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania.